This is Alexia's podcast. Mark Twain once said, "Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear." In the book Ender's Game, there are many debates on who is the most courageous character. However, the book points to one character, Valentine Wiggin. She is the most courageous character for three reasons. She is selfless, she is not afraid of the consequences, and she is brave. In science fiction Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, Valentine is the most courageous character. Valentine is clearly the most courageous character for not one, but three reasons. Firstly, Valentine is brave because she was willing to be one of the first people to colonize another planet. Second, Valentine is selfless because she helped Ender while he was being abused by Peter. Lastly, Valentine can brave the consequences of her decisions, no matter how difficult. First, Valentine was brave for facing her fear of the unknown and the hardships of space exploration. Now I'm going with the first colony. Valentine understood the horrors of traveling to a different planet and knew that it would be tough to survive. However, Valentine stayed determined and pushed through to successfully colonize the planet. Valentine went on to this voyage even though she knew that she would never see her family on Earth again. Secondly, Valentine is selfless because she helped Ender while he was being abused by Peter. Peter threatened to kill Ender and Valentine, but Valentine mocked him regarding whether he would be able to get away with the murders. They believed that. I didn't know it would kill Andrew. And when he was dead, I didn't know it would kill Valentine too. Valentine defended Ender, even though Peter threatened to kill her as well. He hoped that he could scare her by threatening her, but Valentine is selfless and only wanted to help Ender. Valentine believed that Ender's safety and success was more important than her own safety and success. Finally, Valentine is not afraid of the consequences. Ender and Valentine had been abused by their older brother Peter, who was slowly taking over the world by gaining power and influence through his online persona, Locke. Valentine encouraged Ender to return to his training in order to succeed to rival Peter's rising power. Beat the buggers, then come home and see who noticed Peter Wiggin anymore. Look him in the eye when all the world loves and reveres you. That'll be defeat in his eyes. She had talked Ender into going back into his training, and he wouldn't soon forgive her for that. Valentine knew that lying to Ender would hurt him, and she hates herself for that. However, Valentine also knew that if she didn't hurt him, she would have killed the entire human race because she didn't convince Ender. Valentine realized that she had to act, but Ender would hate her, and she would have to allow the extinction of an alien species, the buggers. Valentine is the most courageous character, but many people believe that Ender is the most courageous character. However, Ender is not the most courageous character for one reason. None of his courageous acts have been purposeful. Real, not a game. They weren't just points of light in the air. They were real ships that he had fought with, and real ships he had destroyed, and a real world that he had blasted into oblivion. Ender was deceived into thinking that he was playing a game, a simulation. Ender didn't have the bravery or the courage to defeat the buggers, to the extent that the government had to trick him into killing them. Therefore, Ender is clearly not courageous at all, due to the fact that he is not brave, not courageous, and because the only courageous act he committed was an accident. Valentine is the most courageous character for three reasons. Valentine is extremely brave, Valentine is unbelievably selfless, and she is not afraid of the consequences, if it means saving humanity. Valentine went with the first colony ship to explore the unknown. She saved Ender throughout Peter's myriad assaults, and Valentine was courageous, even though she knew her actions would have terrible consequences. Ender is not the most courageous character because the only courageous acts he commits are accidental and forced by Graff and other officials. In the science fiction novel Ender's Game, Valentine is the most courageous character.